Hopefully I've loaded the right one here. All right, we're going to go ahead. I'm using Pretzel because there's no background music in this, so we'll have to see what sound volume on that is like. And let me go ahead and get over to this. Ah, it's already happening. All right. You'll have to let me know how that music level is going. Nemesis, you putz. I left. I left. Oh no. I'm not a professional. Like I walked off the screen? Great, well, let's clip that. Oh, you know what? All right. I know what happened. Okay, hold on. So I tried to set this up so that it would automatically do some things for me. And then part of that, I set these turned on global hotkeys. And part of turning on global hotkeys was that it would recognize if I was doing left and right. So apparently I walked off the screen because I was turning the arrow keys. All right. Am I back now? Nope, nope, come on. Oh, but I gotta make myself a little bit bigger down here. There we go. All right. Okay, how's the sound volume for the music? Up. Get out of here, Spikies. Is this the right one? Did I load the right save game? Yeah, I must have. Hold on a second, though. This is supposed to be chiptunes. That sounded a little bit more like Skrillex to me. All right. Okay. Right. What was I doing? Healing. That's what I'm doing. Skeletons, skeletons, skeletons. What happened? Oh, hello, Satan's panties. Oh, you know what? All right. So is my avatar still moving at a pretty good clip right now? I'm doing pretty good, Satan's panties. How are you doing? All right. I'm going to turn on maybe the overlay. Okay. Now, is it still moving at a pretty good clip, or did it start going weird? Oh boy. Yeah. I'm getting some real serious... I turned on the overlay so that I could see events and stuff. Did it start doing the thing again? where it's all choppy. I have no idea where I am in this game. Ah! Okay. I should probably stop shooting these walls so that the enemies come out, huh? That'd be super smart. So, let's think strategically. Where? This is very intense music on my side. I don't know if it's intense on your guys' side. Get out of here. Give me a breath. Come on. Now you'll note that I never claimed to be good at this game. Just that I played it as a kid. What did that say? Don't miss the red gem in this section. Alright, thanks. Base of enchanted cubes. What we got? Ooh, treasure. I'm glad that my auto shoutouts seem to be working. Ah, skeleton. Alright, good to hear. Thanks, Satan's panties. Hee hee hee. Hydrate. What? Shh. I ain't got no time to hydrate. Fine. Here I go. Maybe I'm just super juicy, huh? Did you think that? Maybe. Huh? Hold on a second. I gotta adjust the volume slightly here. Tell me if this changes your guys' sound. I don't even know where that's coming from to adjust the volume. Okay, can you guys still hear that music in the background? Right, I don't want it to adjust for you guys, though, if it's at a good volume for you. Okay, so that did adjust for you guys as well? I forgot a super common theme for all the enemies in these type of games. Put pictures of ourselves everywhere. Although I guess this is all of the Nemesis's... Nemesis is his name. Their name. A mausoleum that they created for him, not that he created. Alright. But is it still good volume for you guys for the background music? Come on, Skelemators. Spirit chamber. Poorly constructed walls. So apparently as I get more of these gems, and you can see them below my orb in the lower right there, there are gem slots that get filled up as I pick up the different colored gems, and that apparently makes it so that my the radar that's right there will show me more and varied types of the enemies. And I don't think I've missed any of the gems so far, but you never know. Although I do probably need to change that, because we're not playing It Takes Two, because turns out that it's vomit inducing. So I think we're gonna play We Were Here Too. Ah! No, I'm sure it probably would have gotten vomit inducing for me as well. We just you got to it first, so we stopped playing in time for me to get that as well. Come on, fingies. What am I even doing? Oh, right. I got the key. Okay. Did anybody see a door? All right. You use a yellow key. Hey, are we seeing the weird splitting that happened last time? Dun, dun, dun. Hello, Ren. How is it going? Oop, the sacrificial altar holds the key to the region below the crypt. Okay. Good to know. Oh, oh boy. Sorry, I got distracted. How is everybody doing? I am doing well. This is Catacomb Abyss 3D. It's the first in the Catacomb Abyss, or Catacomb Adventure series, rather, published by Soft Disk. I want to say 1991 or 92. This is the follow-up to Catacomb 3D, sometimes called Descent. And it's actually the fourth in the Catacomb series itself. The first Catacomb 3D game was made by John Carmack and the folks at id, or that would become id. I don't know if they were id at the time. And then when they produced this one and the two follow-up games to this, which I'll probably also play as well, they split off and had a separate dev team come in. This is PC. It's using DOSBox. I don't have a whole lot of real hardware of anything, so this is DOSBox running on my laptop, emulating old Windows or old MS-DOS. But yeah, this was a game that I had played in grade school? No, middle school. In middle school, we had a class that was computer stuff, and it would, teach us typing and that sort of thing. And on Fridays, we could bring in discs of games and play them. And so I would bring this in, and Biomenace and a bunch of other games, because we had a home PC. And I have no idea where my parents got any of these games from. I will state that right now. Just that we had them. While I'm thinking, yeah. It's too bad when I'm actually thinking, though, because... So earlier I had turned on global shortcuts because for the software I'm using to animate my avatar. And apparently there's a clip of me accidentally walking off of the screen because every time I would use the arrow keys, it would move me over a little bit. I'm hearing something, but I'm not getting hit. What's going on here? Okay, so there's stuff on my... Alright, they're attacking, but I don't know what they're attacking. There we go. Oh, hello. So there are a few major differences between this and Catacomb 3D, the first 3D version of Catacomb, in that in this one, if I shoot some of those treasures over there, it's going to destroy them. And it's actually something you could do strategically, because they will explode these... Hold on. Kill this guy. All right. Okay. Heal up here. So these... Like these balls here, they, if I shoot these, it'll actually explode and do that thing, but it'll also destroy any of the treasure that's over here. But it is something you can do if you want to be strategic sometimes. What the heck is going on here? I'm shooting somewhere. Is it you? Ah! Alright. This is all keyboard control. It does have mouse controls, but it doesn't work very well for me and kind of makes me a little nauseous. So, doing keyboard controls. Supposedly there's a quick turn, but it's tab, which is way up further away than everything else that I'm touching. So, so slow turning it is for me. Come on. Yeah, Coffee Cup Arcade is a pretty awesome streamer as well. I used to work at Westwood. Did a lot of games that I liked there. And also streams with his significant other, Inapro. I actually don't know the full name of that. I think it's Inappropriate Coffee Cup. And then he is the arcade part of Coffee Cup Arcade. Brian, if you would like to state what your actual part of the Coffee Cup Arcade name is. Yeah, Arcade Run. And they're pretty fun to watch. I think I glommed on to watching him from, I think, Presto PPC raided into you one time, and that was pretty cool. What we got here? Yeah, he's also Presto PPC is also a really good streamer. If you get a chance, he does a lot of dev stuff, game dev stuff, talking to various game devs and whatnot. Yeah, skeleton raid. Lots and lots of skeletons in this. I don't remember so many skeletons in the first one. Nice. All right, I'm gonna take a bit of a drink. I know I don't have to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that so you don't wonder why suddenly my avatar's doing something weird. Oh. Hi, Mom. How's it going? Also, so slightly news. Our dog one of our puppies, was limping a little bit, so we took him to the vet. Well, I took him to the vet earlier today. And we get to the vet, and he starts having a seizure, which was wonderfully stressful. He's doing a lot better now. He's okay. As far as his paw goes, he apparently broke one of his toes at some point, so we've got him on some anti-inflammatories, and we just have to keep him from roughhousing with the other dog, which is going to be difficult because that's about all they do when they're out together. And then we're waiting for blood work to come back to see what's going on with the seizure. Yeah, it's the first time he's ever done anything like that, so it was quite a bit of a surprise. But I guess if you're going to have that sort of a thing right at the vets where the technicians and the vets are is the best place to do it. And they were very wonderful and very caring about it, and immediately jumped to help me with it, so that was great. We're hoping that it's just that he just got super excited, and so that triggered it or something, and that it won't be an ongoing thing, but we'll see. I don't know. I actually turned off that stuff to monitor those kind of things just in case that was also adding to it. But am I starting to get choppy now? One difficult thing about doing tech for the stream is that I'm always changing things, so it's half the time. Oh. Thanks for the host, Satan Fannies. Oh, oh. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. One way or another, we'll take care of him and do what we need to do to keep him going and keep him having as good of a life as we can, You get out of here. He's an energetic little guy, so I'm sure he'll be fine in the long run. That reminds me, I need to add more triggers into my bot. I've got some hidden words that'll cause various things to happen. Dragon Gem probably knows one of them. Skeletons. Okay, here's the exit, but I don't have any keys yet, so I'm assuming I can't go. Yeah. And of course, I'll have forgotten that I've ever seen that door here in just a little bit when I do get the key. As far as our household goes, we've got me and Dragon Gem, and then we have 3 cats, 2 dogs, and a cockatiel. And so they're all upons most of the time. Matter of fact, it's possible that at some point you might hear one or more of them making noise in the background, although I think I have the noise suppression set up so that that's not going to be an issue. Meditation chambers. Oh, he must have heard me talking about him, so the short man's in here. That's okay. As long as he doesn't get one of his bones and start chewing on them in the really loud, grinding way that he does sometimes. All right, come on. Anybody sees something show up on my mini-map down there, be sure and let me know. That little diamond thing that's moving around, though, is north. I did figure that out by, I don't know, reading the instructions, which is helpful sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Also, another odd thing, to me at least, was the difference between Catacombs 3D and Catacombs Abyss, is that Catacombs 3D, you could, like, rebind your keys and whatnot. There is none of that in this game. There's also no background music, which is why Pretzel is going. Normally, I just play whatever music the game has. Oh, here goes something to destroy. Nemesis. So all these pictures, by the way, that we're seeing is Nemesis. So what had happened was... Hold on. I'll be able to talk more here in a moment when I'm not getting attacked. Okay, alright. What had happened was, as far as story-wise goes, was that I am the... like, High Wizard. And my friend... so this is kind of interesting. So my friend, Nemesis, was kidnapped by Grelminar and hidden in a catacomb underneath this town. So I had to go into the catacomb and defeat Grelminar to save my friend Nemesis, which the ending of it, spoilers, is he says, "Hey, do you have a towel?" And that was it. There's no ending cutscene or anything like that. It was very anticlimactic. Anyways, so that was Catacomb 3D, and then this series, they switched it around. So Nemesis, this guy, was your enemy, and Grelminar was your friend that you went and saved. Grelminar's no longer in the picture. What's happened was the town, the Nemesis's minions, set up a mausoleum in his name and in his honor underneath the town cemetery. And so they've hired you to go in and clear that out. So that's what we're doing right now in this, is we're going into the abyss in the catacombs to try to clear this out and get rid of it, because there's bad people in here doing bad things. And I will tell you that when I was younger and playing this, I would go out in the backyard and walk around with a ring on my finger and pretend that I was shooting fireballs out of my hand. Oh, I got the red key, didn't I? Okay, I can get out of this floor now. All right. But yes, Dragon and Gem and I will have been married 19 years here at on Sunday. So tomorrow and the day after, we're going to stream together for 3 hours apiece. And listen, Meownbot, I'm busy, okay? I can't just come up with jokes all the time on my own. We're going to be streaming to 3 hours apiece together to in celebration of our lead up to our anniversary, and then as well as trying to get me up to affiliate so that I can do things like have channel points and emotes and whatnot. Once I do get to that point where I'm an affiliate, pretty much any proceeds that I get will go to some sort of a local charity of my choosing. Probably going to end up being like Humane Society or something like that in the area. You remember how I mentioned that I was going to forget where I needed that key? Well, I did. I said Dragon Gem and I. Oh, camera's gone. What camera? Okay. Also, something happened with this latest update of the software I use for my avatar, which is Animes, by the way, is what I use. It changed the colorations a little bit on me, and I don't know why exactly it did that. So I might look a little bit brighter right now than I have in the past, and that's because I had to go in and try to play around with it and try to get it restored back to the way it was. Oh boy. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you like it, because it's going to be probably stuck that way for a while. Until they do the next update and everything changes again, you know. But that's okay. Alright. You see the bullying I gotta put up with? Okay. I still gotta try to remember where this exit was. I know it was winding back around somewhere. And if I wasn't such a bird brain, I probably would have remembered. Let's try back here. I think it was back this way. Nope. Okay. Was this? Okay. That was back at the front again. All right. Well, eventually I just start following the old maze rule of always be going right. Back here? No, this was the sacrificial chamber. Okay. Yeah, I saw that on the news. I saw it on CNN, I think. I didn't see the numbers, just that it was a condo had collapsed in Surfside. Which is odd, because to me a condo is a... Maybe I'm thinking of a duplex. I didn't think condos had a lot of people in them. But I guess it's kind of like an apartment complex type thing. That kind of thing is always no bueno. In 1 minute you're sitting there enjoying your house and whatnot, and the next thing you know you're in rubble. We had a real big windstorm up here the other day in Idaho, and it was such a big windstorm that here's the exit, that they sent out a text alert saying hey, there's going to be a dust storm, so if you're on the road and the dust storm comes, just pull off to the side of the road and wait for it to pass before you continue driving. Which we've had dust storms that strong here before. We just, that's the first time I can recall a text message, like an emergency alert being sent out. Save. Boy, I'm going to have to start naming these something better so that I can actually remember. Floor 3, maybe? I don't think it liked me putting a question mark in there. Floor 3, maybe. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I hope that, you know, as many people can be saved from that as possible. It's, again, not exactly something you want to see. I guess unless you're a real jerk. And Mom, how far away is that from you guys, like in miles? Just in general. Not trying to get you to dox yourself. Yeah, and on the dust storm, when that hit, it did open cavern entrance. Oh, okay. It did make our power flicker a couple of times, so we lost internet a few times, which was great because I was working at the time. Cramped corridor. Oh, hello, skeletons. Uh-oh. Hello, skeletons. Come on now. So aside from just the damaging blows, there we go. All right. About 21 miles? Okay. So aside from just this main fireball attack, I've got a nuke. Let's see, what button does that? Okay, so this is like a bolt or a blast. That's what the three dots are. What's hitting me? So I can hit that and it'll just spam out a whole bunch. That's what the 3 dots thing to the left of the red key is. And then the 4 dot diamond looking thing to the right below that is, I think they call it a nuke, but it basically just shoots them out all around me. So if I'm surrounded, I could do that. The problem is I never remember to do any of that while I'm actually getting attacked. And then the things that look like perfume bottles to me are healing potions. Okay. Alright. Trying to get back out of here. It's so weird that they have those doors as actual doors that you just walk up to and then they open. A large, dusty room. Well, like I said, I hope they're able to recover as many people alive as possible. Although, I don't think it would be exactly a pleasant day to be stuck in rubble. Yeah. Scooter, if you're going to throw up, please don't do it in here. That's one of my cats. He's sitting over there staring at me and coughing. Making... Oh. Can anybody hear me? Or was it just on Mom's side? Because I am still talking. And it looks like everything's going here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you need to refresh or something, Mom. Oh. My fingies are always betraying me. So, there are definite improvements in this game versus Catacomb 3D. One of the big improvements was in Catacomb 3D, if you ran into a wall, it just went, which was not exactly pleasant. Although I guess it was helpful to tell you that you were running into the wrong place, or running into a wall. Let's see. Oop. Another door here. There's a lot more colors and it's a lot more vibrant, this one, than in the Catacomb 3D, but there's no background music by itself. So, without any background music turned on that I've put in, you would just be hearing the game sounds and no ambiance. That's a lot of skeletons. I'm going to use some blasts. That's a frickin' ton of skeletons. What the heck? Oh, better heal. Oh, it's the Chamber of Many Bones. I guess that would explain all the skeletons. Okay, we'll still be here, Mom. Okay, we get some of these. I don't know why I'm actually getting those. I don't really care about treasure or score. Just trying to get through this. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Like I said, it's... You can definitely... Like, I mean, at the time, I remember playing it and thinking, wow, this is just so freaking cool. Looking back on it now, from a perspective, though, it's, you know, obviously a relic of the time as far as the controls go and whatnot. But it's still a really good game. I like it. I had never played the Catacomb 3D itself. I had only ever played this as a kid, so going through Catacomb 3D was pretty interesting too. Oops. Something still here hitting me? No? Ooh. Yeah, no, and I can definitely understand that, Ren. In this game, like I said, it's... At the time, I remember playing this and going, this is so freaking cool. And I would go out, wander around in my backyard of my parents' house, pretending like I was wandering through a catacomb and destroying skeletons and whatnot myself. shooting fireballs, and I'd get my friends over and we'd all kind of wander around pretending we were shooting fireballs at each other and fighting off enemies. Yep. Yes, absolutely. And what I was trying to say was that it's like if I just picked this game up now, I'd be like, what the heck? But at the time, it was, you know, consuming. I think that's the right word. Yeah. It drew me in, and I played it, and I liked it. So much so that I took it with me to school and played it there and let other people play it there. Alright, so I think I'm ready to go on to the next level, maybe? I don't know what that said. I need a green key. Okay. I've got yellow. Somewhere there's a door that'll take that yellow key, and presumably behind it will be the green key. Excuse me. And the Catacomb 3D game itself, like I said, it was arguably one of the first-person shooters. It was before even Wolfenstein 3D. All right. Hey, Fractamine Mike and Artium Havoc. Havoc, thank you very much for the raid. Oh, that's a huge raid. Thank you. There we go. I was wondering where that sound was. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the Punderwall, folks. There. Okay, good. I was forgetting that I couldn't see the alert animations. Uh-oh. I do not have a... Well, yeah, no, I do not have a physical copy of this. Havoc did show me an interesting shadow box that somebody made of the start screen for this, which was pretty cool on eBay. Hello, folks. Welcome in. I guess I should get better at doing this Raiders Welcome. I am HerrBawl. I am not a cat. I just play one on TV. I just don't like to show my face, so I use this avatar instead. Matter of fact, let's do this. Save. And we'll switch over to this for the moment. Maybe. Button. Button. Okay. There we go. I don't know why it's not playing nice. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. My name is HerrBawl. I like to play retro games, such as currently what I'm playing is Catacomb Abyss 3D, which is in the Catacomb Adventure series. I am not a cat, Slim Fatty. You take that back. Welcome to the Punderwall. I went through and workshopped that quite a bit. Vanderwall? Come on, captions. My captions don't work so 100% great, but... Yeah, Haribo. Yep. 100% grade? Yes. Well, thank you very much. Let's see, let me go through this. Thank you again, Havoc, for the raid. And thank you for following Fractalmind Mike and SlimFat311 and Monique RC. They're all wonderful folks. You should definitely go and follow them. I hope it did my auto shoutouts. That's right. Share the love. Let's go ahead and try getting back to the game here. I'll try not to be too 100% distracted. Did my button work this time? It'd help if I... Nope, it didn't. I don't know what's going on there. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. I get super winky too, so just ignore that, by the way. What? Hold on. Game? Oh, no. Hold on, I gotta relaunch DOSBox. Nothing to see here. It's actually not an eye drops thing, technically. It's that I had... Well, first of all, the tracking on this is so-so. But I also had Bell's palsy, so the left-hand side of my face just doesn't quite work 100% anyway, so it picks up on that. Come on. The Mad Gamers of Gamers Edge present a soft disc publishing production. By the way, you'll have to let me know if it starts doing the weird half animating thing again. I've seen it do that a couple times. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of doing it right now. Not sure how to fix that. I do look pretty sexy according to Dragon Gem. Or at least my mind does. I don't know if she agrees on my body being sexy or not. Great, I loved it. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Catacomb, yes, yeah. All right. No, wrong button. F4 to load. There we go. Oh. Huh, that is really weird, Havoc. All right. So this seems to be going. I do try to. Yeah, that's really strange. I do try to have the bit rate and whatnot set such that it'll go on lower bandwidth, but I don't know how well that works all the time. I don't know if it's doing it right now. I tell it to go on 720p, but it seems to go at like 648 or something, which is odd. Oh, good. Oop, oh, there we go. All right. Hey, Warlock of Zor, thank you very much. You have a good night. And I'm guessing that you're over either in Europe or maybe one of our Australian friends. You're not allowed to do that, Ren. I'm supposed to be... Wait, I better make the jokes. All right, I'll tell some strange jokes from my repertoire. So, do you know what kind of clothes Italian plumbers wear? Denim, denim, denim. Deviled eggs, nice. What did... I'll go ahead and read these off for folks that aren't. Some of these jokes are not my jokes. Oh, there's Dragon Gem's Scorn trademark. Why did the man name his dogs Rolex and Timex? Because they were watchdogs. That's great. That's great. What did the evil chicken lay? Deviled eggs. It's nice. So I'll tell you this. I had a pretty major surgery, I don't know, like 2012-ish. I need to make that sound effect louder. Okay. You note that somewhere and then remind me after the stream. I'll try playing with it then. I mean, I was kind of also talking over the top of it. Let's see, I got the green key now. I think I can open this door. Anyways, I was having a surgery, and during the surgery, or, you know, afterwards and in the recovery room and all that kind of stuff, they come in and talk to you, and I was just telling everybody that joke. And it really, really tells you how out of touch you can be with, or, you know, with your target audience that you're talking to, when about half of the people I told that to had no idea what I was talking about. It was pretty entertaining for me. The wells of souls plunge into the ancient aqueduct. How do you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? You'll see one later and one in a while. Nice. I heard some great ones, so I'll... Whoop. Some of you will have already heard these. For instance, you know, I don't know if you guys still read the newspaper or not, but I look at the local newspaper occasionally. Local woman went down to the gas station to, you know, get some gas so that her son could mow her lawn. Because it's getting that time of year again where lawns need to be mowed on a regular basis and they'd run out of gas. So she's down there, you know, and she'd recently had an accident and hurt her arm, so her arm was in a cast. Something's hurting me. Hold on. So, I can't move and something's hurting me. Let's see. There we go. Oh, hi. Okay. So, she had a cast on her arm, goes down to the local gas station, goes to fill up a little tank of gas. She accidentally spilt some on her arm, and on her cast, rather. And so she's driving home, and she decides, you know what, I want to have a cigarette. So she lights up a cigarette. Well, it catches her cast on fire. So she's driving down the road, waving this thing out the window, and eventually she pulls over, and a cop pulls over, and he helps her put it out. And then he arrested her. And the charges were possession of an illegal firearm.
Get out.
There, was that still too quiet? I didn't actually make any changes. I'm just wondering if... Okay. So it wasn't just me talking over it. I certainly can just make you laugh out loud. Also, I need to heal before I die. There we go. And I will tell you, in case you're ever curious, what the absolute #1 rule for if you want to tell stinky dad jokes like that is, dad jokes, dad stories like that, is you just have to 100% commit to it. Commit to the bit and you're golden. You can't be hesitating at all. For instance, the other day I read this story. It was talking about that, you know, apparently the origins of the storyline for Mortal Kombat was an old Nordic folk song. A real Finnish hymn, if you will. Oh, oh, oh. Curing.
Get out.
That's right. Oh, gotta hydrate. Take a drink here. Also, I'm kind of digging this music. I am using Pretzel because, again, this particular game doesn't have any sort of a background music for whatever reason. I did hydrate. So this is the chiptune station on Pretzel Rocks. Was this where I came from? Oh, is it too quiet for you guys to hear it? Whoa. What was that sound? Loud noise from outside. Okay. And let me turn this back up. Alright. Can you hear that background music now? Hopefully I'm still talking over the music. Okay, alright. This song's not quite as good as that last song was, in my opinion. But it is still chiptuney. Now, you'll have to tell me if I'm yelling now, because I kind of feel like I am, because the music's louder in my ears. Yeah, it has a bunch of different stations, which is good. And chiptunes is one of them. Hidden chamber within the vault. Thank you very much. I'm a cat. I'm Imi Cat. Imi Cow? I think that's a T. I don't see exactly 100% well, so, you know. That is so odd, Havoc. Oh, ow. I'm not old. I totally didn't just throw my neck out by dancing. Is it the stream that's stopping, or was that just my cat animation? Because I stopped moving there while I was dancing. Oh, nope, I see you were mentioning that you were having problems in various streams on Twitch. Got it. Okay. So, by the way, I don't mind if anybody does a shout out. That command is unlocked for everybody. But I did also, playing around with stuff, I set up my bot so that if you're following me and it can tell that you've streamed recently and you say something in the channel, in the chat, it will do an auto shout out. Or it should. So I'm happy to see that it's working. Havoc was kind of helping me do a little bit of testing on it last night, and I think it shouted them out like 4 times in a row. So not that I really have an issue with that, aside from that I don't particularly want it to be just super spamming my chat. Because Havoc is also an awesome streamer that you should definitely follow if you're not already. Chamber to the subterranean vault. Seeky Wisdom is definitely an awesome streamer that you should follow if you're not already. Yeah, I don't mind at all. It's in my panels. I don't think I have it set up as any of my commands to mention it, but it's animes. which is done by the same people that did Face Rig. It's available on Steam. And this is actually one of the basic free models that came with it. Nice, thank you very much, Ren, for doing that shout out for Havoc. This is Machi, M-A-C-H-Y, but I've modified it, which is something it'll let you do. I don't know in the free version or not. So there's 3 tiers of pay for this software. There's the free version, and then there's like a like the first tier of pay is like something like $100 a year or something like that, or maybe it's $15 a year, something like that. That lets you use a virtual webcam to output it instead of having to do like a window capture. And then it also lets you customize the models a little bit more. So I've customized this to obviously be neon blue because I like this color. And then I don't know how well you can tell. I'll at some point have to go back into the just chatting screen and show it off a little bit. Actually, I'll go ahead and do it now because you know what? Let's see. Getting again. Hold on a second. I'm gonna. Why is that not working? Okay, back over to the just chatting here. Let me pause the music for the moment. And so in my ears, in the avatar's ears, you'll see that there's kind of my H logo for HerrBawl, and then they're also in my pupils. So those were things that I adjusted on the model for this avatar as well. Thank you very much for the follows. I'm iCat and MacGlad. And I just noticed those now. I'm not particularly wonderful at doing all of this. My attention span, especially while I'm streaming, seems to be very lacking. Yeah, you can see it kind of here in this just chatting, but yeah, that's what I'm using for that is animes, which I think Dragon Gem put into the chat. I'm not a cat. I'm doing a duck face, but you can't really tell. I really like this software. There are plenty of other softwares out there to use as well. I may eventually have to switch softwares. We'll see. Part of the reason for that is if I ever want to try to do, what's going on there? If I ever want to do like VR chat, that sort of thing, it'll be difficult because this model doesn't quite have a backside. So there's that. But it does have some pretty cool things, like I can groom myself. Actually, that's about the only animation that's in it. So eventually I'll probably end up going with a... Did I get dark again? Can't tell. Okay. Back to the game. Music. See if DOCSBox has died on me again. Nope, okay, good. Wait, I spoke too soon. There it goes, all right. This is very intense music. What are those emotes? Are you cheating on me with other cats, Dragon Gem? gamers. Come on. F4. Come on. Get to the point where I can load. No, I'd imagine it's not. I'm sure cats are a very popular thing on Twitch. Okay. Alright, so I have no keys, so I'm assuming I need to find some keys, and then I need to find a door out of here. This was a 100% tactic in Catacombs 3D, by the way, was that there were hidden walls all over the place that you had to destroy with a fireball. So I basically ended up just wandering around spamming fireballs at the walls all the time. Spamming furballs. Hey, I am not a cat. I may be synthetic, but I'm not a cat. Ooh, animated emotes. I wonder if they're going to show up on the emote wall. You'll have to tell me. Oops. Oh, hello. Alright, guess I found a new area. That's one of the things in this game you can always tell is, have I been to a new area? Well, if there's enemies there that are still alive, then it's probably new. They show up but not animated? I wonder if that's something that Streamlabs will update eventually for their emote wall. Damaging. What? Listen here, skeleton. It was a one-pun tomato. One-pun tomato. One-pun tomato. What? Alright, exterminator time. Somber bro, huh? Twisted passages of death. I hope that bassline's coming through for you folks. Or bassline, I don't know if it's a bassline, but see, that's where it came from. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah, and in general, I don't consider myself a VTuber, mostly because I'm not claiming to be the avatar. The avatar is just representing me, and that's really a fine distinction that I'm imposing on myself, not trying to impose on anybody else or anything like that. I don't have an issue if people call me a VTuber. I just don't want to be seen as trying to take away from people who might be considering themselves VTubers, if that makes any sense. So that's why I most likely won't use that tag. Aside from the fact that I can only select 5 tags, and I kind of like the tags that I'm using. Skeleton. Better heal myself too while I'm thinking about it. So this game has two difficulties, Novice and Warrior. I'm playing on Warrior difficulty. It doesn't really tell you which difficulty is normal, per se. Hello. I wonder if I'm going to have to go into that well. VTubers are virtual YouTubers, basically. Virtual streamers. V-streamer is also what they could be called. Nice. 69 followers. They're people that are, more often than not, are like they have avatars that are animal, or that are like anime characters, and a lot of times they will you know, that is their entirety of their persona, is the character, which is great. It gives you a level of anonymity and kind of allows you to be you know, a whole nother person, that sort of thing. But yeah, and there are a lot of pretty higher profile versions of them, such as any of the HoloLive VTubers. HoloLive, they do a lot of stuff on YouTube. And then there's VShojo also, which, if you like watching YouTube, that sort of thing, I particularly like watching a few of them because I think they're hilarious. So yeah, and like I said, you know, I don't particularly want to show my face. It's more of a like a privacy and security concern in my case. I won't go into it too much, but I just don't really want my face being shown. So instead I go with this avatar so that you can still see me moving around and kind of emoting. And plus it does funny, crazy things. Whoops. Okay, I guess I did go in the well. I forgot to go off to the right, though, so... The bottom of the Well of Souls. Oh, look at this. This is, I really like this animation, I'm not gonna lie. It's really sweet looking. I mean, it really gets across exactly what's going on. But I'm gonna save while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, some things, you know, it's just, I want to call it meaty, but it's not, you know, it's just viscerally very appealing to me. This animation of the grate with the water. Alright, now I gotta blow it up and go away, because that's what's gonna have to happen here. Aqueduct settling tool. Okay, ah! Uh-oh. 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 I think it said it was the bottom of the Well of Souls. Oh boy. I don't like that these things are diving into the water. Yeah, and again, this is totally coincidental background music because I'm using Pretzel Rock's chiptune station for this, because this game doesn't have its own background music, which I thought was just a bug in the way I was trying to play it, but nope. Looking it up, apparently that was just one of the things with this game. We'll see if the Armageddon, or I don't remember what the third one in the adventure series is called. Ooh. Alright, pay attention. HerrBawl. Alright. Oh, what's that say? Don't miss the blue gem in this region. Alright. Oh. Hello. I think these are trolls, is what it was calling them from the first game. Although they were green in the first game. What? Okay, I just backed into a bunch of things. Oh. I'm gonna hydrate. Okay. Alright. Well, there goes all that treasure because I was busy spamming. Okay. Right, we'll stick on that for just a moment while I take a drink. Well, here's some of the people that did the programming and stuff, though. And the animation. Yeah, so the 3D effect was from that id Software engine, I guess. Just like what they ended up using for Wolfenstein 3D and whatnot. But the Catacomb 3D game itself, the one I played just before this one, was the first, really one of the first 3D, quote-unquote, first-person shooters. I say quote-unquote because it's technically not 3D, but about as close as we can get. Alright. If anybody sees a giant floating blue gem, somebody, shout it out in chat and hopefully I'll noticed it. Oh, treasures, but I see somebody in the water. I'm gonna run away. Come on, stand up. Let me shoot you. Oh. You brought a friend with you, huh? Whoa. This is a very meaty sounding song. Yep, that's a waltz. Oh, okay, there it is. I was gonna say I took the time off the clock off of my touch portal, but I didn't. I just put it in a different spot. Okay. Oh. For anybody who's looking for like a Stream Deck type solution, but doesn't necessarily want to go with Stream Deck from Elgato, there is an alternative, and it's actually what I'm using, called Touch Portal. It's a pretty great piece of software. It's just got a one-time licensing fee if you want to get the pro version of it. You don't have to, and actually a lot of the functionality is still there without the pro version. But you can get extra plugins and whatnot to use with it if you do the pro version. And I basically just have that running on a tablet next to my computer here, and that's what's helping me control the scenes and whatnot. I'm not sure why the buttons aren't working particularly right now. Normally they work just fine. But it is doing things like it's reminding me which scene I'm in, which is great. It's just hitting the button to switch scenes for some reason isn't working right now. But that's something, if you stream and are looking for some sort of solution like that, you might look into that. I think I need to go back, probably shoot this. Yeah, okay. No surprise. Yeah, I just don't want to restart it, because if I do, it loses one of the settings that I have in there, and then it might try to send a tweet when I don't want it to. Aqueduct Southern Channels. Okay, so I don't think I want to go in there yet, because I'm assuming that's the exit. conduit to the orc mines. Okay. So let me continue wandering around, see if I can find a blue gem. Oh. You know, I've got to say that I'm kind of digging some of these tunes on this Pretzel Rock station. I do have, you know, because Pretzel Rocks is using, what do they call it? Copyright-free music, or not copyright-free, royalty-free music, so that I, you know, not going to get DMCA'd for using it, supposedly. But I have also used Pandora, and I've got a channel on there that has a bunch of the, like, Final Fantasy VI and other 8-bit and 16-bit game music on it, and I love it. Oh yeah. Oops. All right, well, thank you very much for coming in, I'm a Cat. Do you pronounce it I'm I Cat, or I'm E Cat, or I'm a Cat? Have a good night, or good day, or good time, whatever. And thank you for coming in. Amy Cat? Okay. I'll try to remember that. I may or may not. My memory is not the best all the time. I remember really weird, insignificant things. And don't always remember names or pronunciations. But again, thank you for coming. And have a good one. Gonna take a drink if anybody else would like to join me. Leaking walls. Oh, alright, there's a troll. Come to me. Oh. Anyways, but I apologize. So what I was saying about that with the Pandoran stuff is that this is I'm really kind of digging these. They're right up the alley. They don't have the nostalgia grab, obviously, that a lot of the other music that I listen to have, but they're right up the style that I like for the most part, so that's good. So I'll have to maybe start listening to it more and, you know, upvoting, that sort of thing, to get it narrowed down more to the type of tastes I've got. But it's doing a pretty good job. And they're not sponsoring me. Nobody's sponsoring me yet. Although if anybody wants to sponsor me, I guess hit me up on that. But this is a hobby for me, not a profession, so not really. A, don't really have that much of a reach, and B, don't really want to have to start taking this too seriously, you know? See? Meowbot even pays attention. Meowbot knows that I'm not a cat. Never mind the fact that I tell Meowbot what to say and think. Hee hee hee. This song is really giving me like Lethal Weapon vibes. If that makes any sense? I gotta see if I can find this blue gem. Whoa. Ah. Scared myself. How was the sound on that? Did that come through at an okay volume? Oh, right. I did put a cooldown on those. I want to say a 30-second cooldown. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that the chests, treasure chests, actually had stuff in them. Okay, so it's obviously not 30 seconds. But there is a bit of a cooldown on it, yes. Anamanaguchi? Is there a troll in here? So we're considering going to PAX Unplugged in December. We may or may not end up going, depending on if the con actually happens, that sort of thing. Has there been any more update on that Dragon Gem? Have you heard anything more about it? PAX West is happening? Okay. Oh, right. They don't call it PAX Prime anymore. So you're just waiting on, you know, for when something goes on sale? I'm totally not doing a duck face over here. Yeah, when is PAX West? That's normally what, Memorial Day? No, not Memorial Day. Whatever's in September. What is that? That's not Memorial Day, right? No, we just passed that. Labor Day. Thank you. We've been to that a few times. We've gone to PAX U, PAX Unplugged, which is their board game focused PAX convention, as opposed to the other ones are more video games focused than board games. So like tabletop RPGs and actual board games, that sort of thing. We had a pretty good time. Obviously that was in the before times, so things are slightly different right now and still being cautious, but we'll see. And it's usually in December, like the second week of December, first or second week of December, I think. Ah, you punk. I'm just gonna spam this and take a drink while I'm spamming it. Oh, he outmaneuvered me. All right. Oh. Ooh. How's the animation on my avatar doing? Is it still pretty choppy? Oh, there's the blue gem. Okay, good. heal up. Not looking too bad. Okay, now to see if I can remember how to get the heck out of here. I think I was going to an orc mine. Okay. So just in case anybody is curious what I'm doing this all on, I'm on a laptop, a Dell gaming laptop that's, I'm gonna say about 3 or 4 years old now, that has an NVIDIA dedicated graphics card in it, for 3D graphics and whatnot. And then it's running the anime software in the background to do my avatar, which is using its own webcam. And then I've got my Yeti microphone for audio, and I was previously using Discord to do noise suppression and whatnot, echo cancellation, all that kind of stuff. But that ended up like causing my audio to cut out quite a bit. So now I'm just using Streamlabs OBS to handle the noise suppression. Let's see, let me save here. Okay, come on, save. Orcas. Okay. Okay. We'll go back here for a moment while I'm talking and stretching my arm. And then lose my train of thought, of course. Oh, that was cool. Did you see that skeleton was embedded in the wall and then stepped out at me? All right, so these guys are orcs, I want to say. The shorter brown guys that had the little axe and stuff. Yeah, orcs would make sense if I'm in the orc mines. Let me go over that one more time, make sure, because might as well be my cockatiel with how flighty I am while I'm streaming. I halfway forget things all the time. So laptop doing all the chugging and all the heavy lifting on this. Got the anime software, which is running doing the cat avatar for me. I've got Streamlabs OBS doing the actual streaming stuff and audio manipulation and whatnot. Then I've got Touch Portal running to help me automate things and display information for me. And then I had trying to think what else I've got. Well, right now I've got 3 tabs of Chrome open. Actually, hold on. Got something else open that I didn't need open. Close that. Never mind, I'll leave that open because I'm going to have to examine it and make changes to it. So I've got this caption software, which is running, I think if you just search for Twitch subtitles, you'll get a link to PubNub, which is the captioner that I'm using. So that's open, taking my audio from my mic and subtitling for me. And then I've just got a web source in Streamlabs OBS that I'm using for that. It's 100% free, so that's part of the reason why it's not always exactly the best. You know, I don't expect it to always be the best captioner for me. But that's what I've got going with that. And then I've got Pretzel running right now. Normally I don't have Pretzel going. And then I've also got the thing just in case I need to do any mod actions in chat, that sort of thing. This is very intense music. Art through adversity, yeah. It's a pretty good name for the song. And then the actual game I'm playing is Catacomb Abyss 3D, and that's running in DOSBox, which I had to kind of adjust the way it was doing things to be able to be captured by Streamlabs OBS so that I could display it. But I've got a few different scenes set up, and I've got quite a bit of different options available for me for emulators for various things. But we were just cleaning out some things and found that I still have my PS2 and GameCube, as well as I think an original Xbox. I'm not, exactly all that up on the Xbox or even getting that up and running. I never really played Xbox, but I did play a lot of PS2 and a few things on GameCube. So I might at some point set up a real hardware stream of PS2, or even using the backward compatibility on that to do some PS1 games at some point in the future. But that's not necessarily a huge priority for me, getting like real hardware stuff set up, aside from the fact that it'll just be kind of fun anyways to do it, because about half of the fun that I get from doing streaming is dinking around with the tech stuff and seeing what I can get working and get going. I would like to, and actually have a degree in software programming, software development, and at some point I might actually get a career of doing that, but right now that's not what I do for a living. For a living, I'm basically I support a monitoring of a network, of a very large enterprise network. So I'm in IT in a technical aspect, but it's I like to do automation and stuff like that. So playing around with different scripting and whatnot, for instance with the touch portal to set up those auto shoutouts. So if somebody comes in and says something in my chat, my bot will touch portal is looking at that and then is going to check to see if the person is following me. Well, actually it'll check to see if they've been added to the list as having already said something once to me, or said something once in the chat. If it finds that they haven't already said something in chat, it will look and see if they're following this channel, and whether or not they have any VODs or videos on Twitch, which is the best I could come up with for indicating if somebody is a streamer or not. And then if both of those are true, then it has me do a shout out. And it seems to be working pretty well. I haven't really seen it miss anybody. But that's the kind of thing that I like to do. Just it really, tickles my fancy, and that's the kind of thing that gives me quite a bit of joy in this world, is because I can't always get people to do what I want, but I'll be darned if I can't generally get the computer to do what I want. But the theme of my streaming in general is going to be games that I've played from my childhood, so mostly from the late 80s, and then through the 90s. Maybe some stuff a little bit after that. Obviously, if I get into doing PS2 games and stuff, those will be a little bit later than that, or could be. A lot of DOS games. NES, I'll probably do some, maybe some SNES. I might do some streaming of like Amiga games and like Commodore 64, that sort of thing later. Those weren't really part of my childhood, so that would be me just completely exploring new stuff, or new to me stuff, I should say. Which I may get to, but I've got a lot of games that I definitely played as a child and enjoyed, and so wanna stream those to get through first. And then again, Dragon Gem is my wife. We've been married, it'll be 19 years here this Sunday. So tomorrow and let's see, tomorrow is Friday, so Friday and Saturday, tomorrow and the day after, we're gonna do a couple of 3-hour streaming blocks, also at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which Thursday is 6 p.m. Mountain Time is my, for 2 hours generally, is my regular streaming. Thank you, Dragon Gem. That is a little bit different. We're not gonna do It Takes Two. Again, we tried doing that and it induced some nausea because of the split screen. So we're gonna try, I think we might have settled on Portal 2. If not, we're gonna definitely be playing some sort of 2-player game together. We'll be co-streaming. She'll be streaming on her channel, I'll be streaming on my channel, to celebrate, that the couple that plays together stays together. We met on Yahoo Messenger. Basically what I did was I said, in Yahoo Messenger, I went in and I said, okay, I'm looking for somebody who's kind of in my age range, who is kind of in my area, which is Idaho, and who has set their relationship to, like, looking, basically. And I just started chatting people up, and Dragon Gem was one of them, and she responded, and apparently I tickled her fancy a little bit, and she agreed to meet, and we started dating, and she found out I could cook, and proposed to me, and so we ended up getting married. And again, that'll have been 19 years starting this Saturday or Sunday. Been 19 wonderful years, and we've played a lot of games together. She played some games, but we really played a lot of. Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I mean, this is 22 years ago, so my memory on it isn't all that much. I just remember I chatted a few people, and it just happened that we were able to match up, and we hit it off. And I love her very much, very, very much. But we played EverQuest, kind of got her into PC gaming because I was like, hey, there's this game EverQuest, which is basically like Dungeons and Dragons, except you don't have to have a group that you get together with all the time. You don't have to have a dungeon master who can set things up for you. You can just kind of go on there and do this. Now, keep in mind, this was, back in 2000, when that was still a fairly new concept that an MMO was a thing. And so we started playing, and we used to play this, we would each have our own computer, and we were on a 56K dial-up modem that wasn't always connected in at 56K. And we we would be playing, and we couldn't change areas. We couldn't zone at the same time, because if we did, it would boot one or both of us off, and we would, lose connection. So I would go through the zone and then wait on the other side until she was able to get through, that sort of thing. So we've basically been playing games together for pretty much our entire relationship, and we feel that playing video games and board games, and we feel that's had a lot of an impact on our ability to stay together. So that's what tomorrow and Friday and Saturday we'll be celebrating. And I'm going to stop talking for just a moment here while I take another drink, because I can feel my voice getting a little angry at me. Yeah, and I think you're right on that, Dragon. I don't know if it actually had any sort of a specific looking. I think maybe it wasn't like looking like any sort of a relationship status. I think it was more of like I think you could mark if you were willing to talk or not, or like have a stranger talk to you or something like that. I have completely lost the thread of what I was doing in here, though, because again, very, very big brain over here, but when I'm streaming, I might as well be a bird. So if I'm talking about stuff, I'm just kind of doing muscle memory, moving around and stuff and whatnot, but not remembering anything. All right, I think I need to go back here. Protected vault. This looks different. Nope, I've already been in here. All right. So we'll be going here probably for another 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll probably be raiding into somebody. I really like to raid into people. It's something that I enjoy quite a bit, and I like it when I'm in another, when I'm watching somebody on Twitch and they raid in, because it's introduced me to a lot of channels that I probably wouldn't have found otherwise. And so I've had a lot of great success with that, with finding pretty awesome channels because somebody or others raided into them. So that's what I'm always looking for. That's a mine shaft passages. All right. I should probably go back and find where the start of this level was so that I can save there. But I won't. I'll probably just wander around shooting the walls again for a little while. So also, to mark on this again, and if Dragon Gem, if you could do the exclamation point what again, so I can get the time frame on this. This is a Catacomb Abyss 3D. It was done by Soft Disk Publishing, made with the id engine that we would later recognize from Wolfenstein 3D and other id games. In 1992, thank you, May of 1992 for this particular game. This is the Catacomb Adventure series. It's the second 3D Catacomb game, but it's actually the fourth Catacomb game itself. There was Catacomb and Catacomb 2 were 2D top-down games. I never actually played either of those. I might eventually at some point go back to playing them, just to try them. And then there was Catacomb 3D, which I have played earlier. You should be able to see some VODs of that on the channel if you'd like. And then this one I played a lot as a child, and I've got this one. I believe it's Armageddon, and I can't remember what the third one is. Let me go ahead and actually just save here. Not Orgas, or come on, bingies. We'll override orcas. Okay. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me save this one. Okay. There. So I'll remember to restore from that. All right. So let's go ahead and pause the music. We'll go ahead and come over to the Just Chatting. Oh, let me go here. Again, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me, HerrBawl. I will again be streaming next week on Thursdays, every Thursdays at 6 p.m.